morning, guys. It's Miss Nevada. It's story time. Are you guys ready? I switched my camera around because I brought home our big giant easel. Isn't that amazing? Yep, I put it in my car and I took it home with me. So today we're gonna read I Am Peach one more time, because when we read emergent storybooks, and that's what this is, most children's books, a lot of children's books are called emergent storybooks or emergent readers, and they are designed for you to read over and over and over again so that you can find new things in each time you read it. So the first time we read Froggy Gets Dressed, Froggy, we talked about the characters and the plot and the setting. And this is something you can do with all your own books at home too. In fact, I'd love for you to do this to mommies and daddies. If you are reading a book, and you should be reading a book every single night, make sure that you sit down after you read the book and you talk about who were the characters, what was the plot, like what was the story about, what was the setting, where was this story happening, was it at the grocery store, was it at a ballpark, was it, at a farmer's market? You tell me. The other things you can talk about are the beginning, the middle, and the end. And the beginning and the middle of the end are great ways to get started to get ready for kindergarten, because it's going to be how you will become authors in kindergarten. You're going to write lots of stories in kindergarten, and you need to learn like first, next, then last. So this is a great way to begin learning how to write your own stories and then illustrate your own stories. And then there's also, things like you can talk about what problems were in the book. What kind of problems happened in the book, and how did the characters solve the problems? So lots of ways that you can read books. Anyway, thank you for listening to me. I miss you guys a lot. All right, so this is I Am Peach. It was written and illustrated by Luisa de Noriega. This is the title page. Since this is one of the books from our curriculum, it doesn't have a dedication page, but it was published by the McGraw-Hill publishers. Want to give them a shout out because, I'm putting this on YouTube and such. Anyway, so are you ready? It says, when I was born, I was a flower. So when we already know that at the end of this story, the boy gets the peach, and we know that most fruits start out as flowers. I lived happily on a branch of a big tree full of other flowers like me. The birds came and landed on my branch and sang. Look at that. So this was one of the flowers on a branch with all the birds. Days passed and I began to change. I turned into a fruit, round and green, very green as the leaves on my tree. So we know that when leaves are changing and growing, that they change colors. Do you remember in the fall we read a story about pumpkins, and they start out green before they turn orange? One day when I was ripe, some men came and picked me from my branch. And then remember I told you that I thought that this picture reminded me of Caps for Sale. Those are the people harvesting the fruit. They put me into a truck along with many, many other peaches. And suddenly everything changed. We arrived in the city where there were houses and buildings and many, many people. They took me to a market with many stands that had colorful roofs, and there were fruits and vegetables of all sizes. A boy came to my stand, and from among all the peaches he chose me. Mmm, delicious, said the boy as he ate me. He ate everything except my heart. I think he meant the pit or the seed. The boy took me to the countryside and planted me all among the flowers. Soon I began to grow and grow. I changed back into a plant. So exciting. I kept growing taller and taller. I had a trunk and branches and many green leaves. Now I am a big, strong tree. To my branches come many birds, and they sing to my flowers. Oh, that's just such a pretty picture. So when we ask you to draw pictures, this is a very detailed drawing. See how there's grass and flowers, there's a trunk and branches and leaves and flowers. Want to make sure that you guys add lots of details to your drawings. Okay, so what I wanted to talk to you guys about next was our lentil plants. Look at this lentil plant. It's so big and growing so much. I know that there are lentil seeds down in the bottom side, our original seeds with roots. I think I read that it takes about 100 days for lentils to then be grown enough to harvest. So I think we're doing a great job so far. I told mommies and daddies this is the longest I've ever kept a plant alive before, so I am feeling really good about it. Anyway, I'm keeping it outside and it's growing and growing, and I'm really proud of it. You guys did a great job when we planted them the first time, so I wanted to do that or show you that. Next, here it is, beginning, middle, end. I want you, this is your assignment. This is what we do every day during school, every day during story time. I want you to tell me what happened in the beginning of this book. What happened in the beginning? I'm going to give you a couple of hints. I'm not going to give you the answers because I want you to talk to mommies and daddies about this. I want you to talk to your sisters and brothers about it. You don't even have to talk to those people. You can talk to your dolls about it. Talk to your dog about it. I want you to talk to somebody and tell me what happened in the beginning of the story. I want you to tell me what happened in the beginning of the story. I want you to tell me what happened in the middle of the story. And I want you to tell me what happened at the end of the story. I want you to draw me a picture. You can use your words. You can, if you have an iPad and you want to do a recording by yourself, just ask mommy and daddy to upload it. But I want you, this is your assignment. I'm giving directions. I think we've never really used the word assignments, but that's what they're called in our Google Classroom. So I'm trying to use the right terminology, but these are the directions. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to listen to Miss Nevetta's directions. Tell me what happened in the beginning of the story, what happened in the middle of the story, and what happens at the end of the story. You can draw a picture. You can record yourself on your iPad or your Chromebook if you have one at home, and you can put it in the assignment of this story time, okay? Miss Nevetta read the book. I know what happens in the beginning, the middle, and the end. Now I want you to tell me. That is going to help your brain get so much smarter and get ready for kindergarten. Okay, that's it. So happy Passover to everybody, and look out for the full moon that was yesterday. If you before you go to bed, maybe you guys can see it. And I will see you guys on Thursday. Have a good night, guys. Bye.